the best mech for each weight class? That's the tactica. That's the question we're going to explore in this Battletech vlog. And I was recently asked, so I'm only going to turn it around for my fellow mech warriors, mech commanders, and mech techs. Inner Sphere, the best mech for each weight class. Narrowing it down to one. I mean, that's hard right there, because in each weight class, I can think, even if I take out the mechs that I really always love, if I just look at all of them, I can easily think of 3 or 4 what I define as auto-include mechs. Mechs that in Battletech just excel at a variety of roles. They hit that sweet spot when you get to a certain tonnage point where they have the best attributes that a mech can bring in a variety of roles for that weight class, light, medium, heavy, and assault. The type of mech where I don't know the mission, I don't know the map, I don't know what I'm going up against. If I take this mech, it's just going to be solid. It's going to perform. It's not like I brought a fire starter and I found myself on a desert hex map. So we're going to look at one mech in each weight class, and then I'm going to turn it over to my fellow Battletech enthusiasts and let you guys one mech each. We're limiting ourselves. It's so hard because right away I'm like, I can think of like 3 or 4, 5, 6 mechs for each class. Okay, let's jump in with light mechs. Jenner, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Oh, and we are looking at mechs within a wide variety and range of battle value. I don't want to restrict us to a certain battle value in each weight class. And certainly the lower tonnage for each weight class is not going to have as many advantages as the higher tonnage. I realize it's not like a scientific exact pinpoint list, but we're going to explore it, open it up for every category. The Jenner, back to light mechs. It's crazy. Great speed, multiple medium lasers, short-range missile pack. You're wondering how everything is packed into this mech. You check the tech manual. You have the mech techs look it over. It's legit. It hits hard. It hits really hard. On a side note, Tactica, you can get yourself in trouble fast with a Jenner because you're like, I've got as many or more guns than some of these medium mechs. And I've got the speed. I'm going to blast them. But you don't have the armor. You're still a light mech. But a mech that is awesome for recon, awesome for the outflank, awesome as part of a lance to get rear armor, right? Your lance engages, initiative, Jenner moves to the back. If you're any type of medium or a heavy mech and there's a Jenner there, that's a problem. I guess if you've got a rear firing medium laser on your Dragon or something like that, you're good to go. But just a solid performer, one that we don't even need variants. I don't even need variant Jenner mechs. I can't even think them off the top of my head because I never play them. Just a absolute fantastic mech. Okay, moving to medium mechs. Now, this gets a little bit harder because there's a couple of mechs that are just really solid machines from that perspective. Medium mechs. I'm going to say the Wolverine. It's got a solid punch of weapons, a little solid for every single range. It's got good speed. It's got good armor. It's just a solid, well-performing type of machine. It's really solid. It's the type of mech that if I'm bringing that to the table, then I'm going to try and make it as much of a problem to you as possible, and it just works at a variety of roles. So that's going to get my vote. I'm leaving out my second and third choice because the stipulations of this question that I was asked, Fritz, keep it at 1. Otherwise, we're going to get like a list of 10 or 15. Okay, moving into heavies. Now, the heavy tonnage, we've got a lot to play with. And the challenge with the heavy mechs is now we've got enough tonnage that if you have a mech with a specialized role, it can work really well because it does have that tonnage, even though it's going to narrow it down to that one role. So I do have to take that efficiency, even though we're kind of looking at best overall and auto includes. I do need to take that into consideration. There's a lot more contenders at the heavy slot, in my opinion. And maybe as you're looking through that checklist of mechs where you're like solid, just solid, heavy mechs because you've got a lot more tonnage to play with. You've got a lot more tech that you can utilize. I mean, I like the T-Bolt. I love the T-Bolt, but that's some personal bias. That's some personal Battletech love coming in. T-Bolt's a solid machine, but it requires some nuances. It's got some heat management. My vote's going to be the Catapult. Absolutely. I mean, really, if I take out personal desire and look at it from the perspective of a mech command, Catapult. Missiles, lasers, mobility. Okay, I guess it doesn't have arms, but it is a solid machine. I would say one of the best in class. Moving to the assaults. Well, now we're at the top of the pyramid. Lots of tonnage, lots of options. Looking at Inner Sphere, I'm going to vote the Awesome because it's awesome. Because it is an all-energy-based mech, doesn't rely on ammunition, so which means at this weight class, you're going to have to put this machine down. I mean, we've talked about Awesome Tactica. I've pushed that up to the playlist here on the channel under the Battletech playlist. The Awesome, you're not going to get a lucky shot. Well, I mean, you could get like a center torso 1-1 and cause engine or gyro issues, but you're not going to weaken me armor-wise and expose ammo and possibly blow it up. You blow the arms off, I've still got the left torso and the right torso. You blow into that left torso and destroy the weapon, I've got just slabs and slabs of armor to protect my center as things transfer out. So you're really going to have to put this machine down. You're really going to have to destroy this machine. Decent amount of heat sinks, great range, the PPCs, just absolutely solid. I think one of the best mechs for Inner Sphere at the assault class. So turning it over to you guys. Best single, it's only fair, best single mech in each weight class in the Inner Sphere for Battletech.